Good evening to all of you. All okay? Okay, so let's start. In this session, you can see on the screen that this is our first class, or I can say the orientation class for your PPB subject, है ना? Principles and Practices of Banking. So this is your paper 2. This is your paper 2. So we are talking about paper 2. Why I am starting with the PPB first? Because this is the lengthiest subject, है ना? We have 4 subjects in JIB. First paper 1 is your IEIFS, paper 2 is your PPB, paper 3 is AFM, and the paper 4 is Retail Banking and Wealth Management. But the biggest syllabus we have in the PPB, it has 55 units. How many units are there? 55 units are there. The second lengthiest subject is IEIFS we have. So 55 units are there. We have to cover these units. And a very detailed units are there. So that's the subject we are starting from today onwards. The regular classes will be 8 to 9 p.m. Now, what about PPT today? PPB subject. We are going to have an orientation class. We are going to understand what the subject is and how we are going to cover this particular subject. So let's start. PPB is Principles and Practices of Banking. This is nothing special. This is what you actually are doing in a bank as a practical banking. So what you are doing in a bank, what you have already heard about, what you have already worked on, that concepts or that rules, regulation, norms, terminologies, we are going to study in a theoretical form. So you will find the questions here on the numerical basis. Numerical questions will be also there in this particular subject. But yes, maximum questions will be theoretical, and the maximum pattern of question have been asked in the previous papers. That is the case study based question. So you know, when you are performing a practical banking, when you are working in a bank, so every day is a challenging, because every day some kind of new situation, some kind of new challenge will be seen. Like in case the customer have given the fake currency, in case let's say the balance is not matching, or whatever the problem you are facing. So a kind of practical situation have been given to you in the paper. Out of that, you have to answer the question. That checks your decision making power, like what decision in that situation you can take. So that's kind of question have been asked. Question, the maximum pattern of question can be asked. Okay, so now let's start about the PPB. As I have told you, this subject is a lengthiest subject. So before moving towards the PPB, let's understand, if you all want to clear the JIB paper, how to do it. First of all, let me know how many of you have attempted the paper earlier, like 1 attempt or 2 attempt you have given, or how many are fresh, Hana, like first time you are going to give the paper. Have anyone here given the paper earlier? Let me know. So first of all, what is required? First of all, I would suggest, do make sure in a 1 attempt. In 1 attempt, you will clear all the 4 paper. I would suggest clear all paper in the single attempt. Why? The reason behind it, because when you are studying something for the first time, you have more interest about that particular subject. You be more concentrated to understand the subject, to understand theory, to numericals, whatever you are studying. You put more efforts when you are doing something for the first time. So that's why it's very important. If you're doing it for second and third time, you get bored about it. So let's say, for example, in the first attempt I have given, I was not able to clear the subject. So in the second attempt, I am giving again the same subject. And when I'm studying the subject second time, so I will feel like when I start from the unit 1 or module A, I will feel like, yeah, I know this. Let's say there are 15 pages in a particular module A, unit 1. Out of that 15 pages, first or second pages, when I have read that, I felt like, yeah, I know this. I have already studied this. I do not have to waste my time on this particular topic, or this particular concept, because I know this concept. So somehow you do not cover each and everything which is required to clear the paper. And somehow we again fail in that particular paper, because that kind of efficiency, that kind of efforts we do not put while we are preparing for a particular subject or particular exam, comparatively, which we give in the first attempt. That's why I would suggest, try to make sure from now onwards, have a mindset that I have to clear this paper. I have to clear this subject with all the paper in the single attempt. That's very important. So that's the first thing you have to have in your mind. Now, second, you need right strategy, right material, and right knowledge to clear all the 4 papers. I'm not talking about PPB here. I'm not talking about IEIFS. I'm only talking about JAIIB. So whatever subject you are studying, whatever material you are using, you have to have a right strategy, right material, and right knowledge to cover the subject. Like, you should know the hard work will not pay off here. A smart work you have to do. You do not have to mug up the concepts. You are doing ratification, you are reading the concepts, you are just trying to mug up the concept. That's not going to help you out. Let's say you are studying 5 hours in a day, okay, and you are trying to mug up the concepts. That's not going to work. If you are giving only 2 hours, but you are going with the conceptual understanding, that will help you out. So do make sure the right strategy you apply. Do not have a strategy like, I will be doing a reading of the passage again and again just to understand the concept. Don't do that. Next, second, focus on a smart work. A smart work is what? Simply make sure you know the syllabus. After knowing the syllabus, what kind of paper, what kind of questions can be asked, what weightage is there from the different module. So this is what you have to understand. And once you have understand what have been asked, then you will be able to know, or you will be able to work on what I have to do next. That's very important. So focus on the smart work. And the smart work says, have the single platform on which you have a trust, and follow that particular platform only. So as a student, when I used to be student, right now you guys are also student who are preparing for a particular paper. So when we are a student, we try to cover maximum data. If I'm getting a free material in the form of PDF, I will download that. Definitely, I will download that. If I'm getting a certain videos on YouTube channel, different YouTube channel, I will download those YouTube videos, or I will take those videos in a watch later list. Doesn't matter, I will be watching them in the future or not, but I will do that. I will always keep searching content on the Telegram, on the YouTube, on the PDF format, whatever format I'm getting. So this is the mistake we are doing. This is the issue with all of us as a student. Avoid a fear of missing out. What is the fear of missing out? When I'm preparing as a student for any particular subject, I feel like, yeah, that coaching institute provide that material. This is providing this, and the XYZ providing this material. So I focus to collect everything. And in the end, I will be doing nothing. So that's important. Do the smart work. Whatever platform you trust more, trust on that particular platform, and follow the strategy, the rules, the regulation, everything. Whatever the mentors are saying, whatever material they are giving, whatever practice they are making you to do make sure you're focusing on that. So focus on the smart work means follow the single platform. Do not waste your time in the R&D. Do not waste your time in collecting much more and more content. Do not do that. Consistency is very important. No one is saying you, because we know you all are working. You are not a crowd that is unemployed and they have only one thing to do, that is clearing the paper. You are not such kind of crowd. You are the persons who are working in a bank from 9 to 5 or maybe later than that. And you have to give time to the family. You have other responsibilities as well. So we are not saying just give 5 hours in a day. Just give 2 hours in a day, but consistent. Be consistent. If you are not consistent, you will somehow miss that rhythm which the particular subject with the particular topic have. Let's say if I talk in the syllabus, what you need first. Avoid doing hard work, create the soft note. Avoid doing hard work, create the soft notes. You have to create the soft notes. Soft copy is important. Do not write it down. How when the mentor is, and in the paragraph, the mentor, let's say, it has a 90% chances to be asked in the May 2024. Now, what you have to do, simply use this term and add this in your soft notes. Soft notes can be made in form of Word file. You can have a Word file in your phone. You can have the keep notes. Everybody have a keep notes. You can have a digital notes there. You can have a PPT. PPT is a kind of a tough task. You have to change the PPT again and again. Slides you have to change. Do not do that. You can use a Word file, or you can use a keep notes. These are the two things where you just simply write the term. Let's say I have told you from AML, it's only working on this particular thing, that what have been asked, what are the chances of asking. So when I told you this, just write the topic. I'm not saying write everything, the detail, the each and every norm and etc. Just write the topic. And what you have to do in the sessions, you will get the topic wise recording. Just open that particular topic, watch the video, or you can read the we have given different 4 full forms of CBS. Now, if you know, it is core to know the full form of the CBS and what CBS is doing. Nothing else you know. You won't be able to answer the question because they have given you 5 concepts or 5 characteristics of the CBS, let's say. 5 importance of the CBS, 5 objectives of the CBS. And you know only 1 or 2. So you won't be easily able to answer the correct options there. Second thing or second problem will be here. It is lengthy. And if it is lengthy, it will be taking more time of yours. It means very obvious. The time management will be required. So these are the 2 things which make this statement-based question the toughest form of question. And we have to be prepared for this. And the 5th one will be case study. And this is the maximum pattern of questions that have been seen in the October 2023. Video is not properly working. Prem sir, is it okay now? Kritika ma'am, is it okay now? The persons who are watching on YouTube, let me know. Is it okay now? let's start talking about the PPB. Principles and Practices of Banking. As I have told you, it have 4 modules. Module A talk about the general banking operation. So when you are studying the PPB, you will feel like, I know this, I have worked on this. I know what is CASA, I know what is RAFA, I know demand deposit, I know the liability of a bank, I know core banking solution, I know check truncation system, I know AML norms or KYC, or I know what is CFT. So you know everything. But in the detail, you have to study. If you are studying AML KYC norms, let's say you have seen 5 cases of AML KYC norms, but there are 15 more that you have to study. And the kind of questions IIBF is asking in the paper, they want skill enhancement, they want knowledge enhancement, they want to elaborate your knowledge about the banking sector, about the general banking products, about the lending products, about everything you are studying here. Because the kind of questions they are asking, that's only to enhance your skills. So that in future, if you find such kind of situation in the bank, you have already studied that. And you can use your knowledge to resolve that problem. So general banking operation, functions of bank, banking technology, and the module D, ethics in banks and financial institutions. Now, let's talk about these 4 units. The first 2 units are your simply general banking operation, functions of bank. And you guys have, when you will be reading this, when we will be discussing this in the class, you will feel I know each and every term, because this is what you guys are doing. This is all about practical banking, the functions you are performing in the bank, the banking operation, general banking operation you are performing in the bank, that all will be covered. You will be knowing this subject, and this is the 2 lengthy modules. Module A and B is the lengthiest module. Okay, module B will be your lengthiest module. A and B, sorry. C and D have a very less syllabus. The D module only have 5 units. If I talk about the PPB, it have 55 units. How many units are there? 55 units are there. Single module A cover 21 units. How many units are there? 21 units. So the maximum syllabus will be seen in the module A and B. Then in the C and D, very minimum syllabus. I think in the C you will have 8 units only. In the D you have only 5 units. So A and B have a maximum syllabus. And that's why 60% weightage have been given to these 2 units. It's very simple. If the syllabus is more, the question will be asked more on that particular part. That's why A and B cover 60% portion, and the C and D cover 40% weightage in your paper. Now, we have 2 options. How to cover this topic, how to cover this syllabus, we have 2 options. I will be discussing that in this particular session, in the end of the session. Now, there are 2 ways to start from, like from A module A we have to start, or B or C or D, from where we have to start, I will be discussing in the end of the session. Now, let's first discuss the syllabus. You can see here, I have told you module A, general banking operations, have 21 units itself. And these are the only topics in front of you of the units, but it have a lot of subtopics. A lot of subtopics are included in this particular module. If I talk about the 2nd and 3rd unit, AML guidelines, operational aspect of KYC, these 2 units covers around 45 to 50 pages. That's I'm talking minimum, these single 2 units. So it's very obvious the syllabus is very vast of module A. The unit 1 will be very simple, banker customer relation, small unit it is, and it's a very easy unit to understand. But 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, I will circle that unit, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, these units are the biggest unit of your syllabus. They have lot of rules, regulations, norms, everything different for the different types of customer, for the different types of deposit. So these are the units which are lengthiest units. Then we have to cover, let's say, KYC, AML KYC guidelines, operational aspect, opening account of various types of customer, operational aspect of deposit accounts, aspects of handling, clearing and collection and cash, banker special relationship. Very simple chapter, very important chapter. Question will be asked from garnish order, attachment order, always. Lion questions will always be seen. Foreign exchange remittance facility for individual, operational aspect for NRI business, foreign currency account for residents and other aspects, cash management services and its importance, payment and collection of checks and other negotiable instrument, responsibility of paying bank, responsibility of collecting bank. These two are very small units. Ancillary services, a little bit big unit. It talks about the related services of the banking. Then financial inclusion, financial literacy, very simple, very small unit. Customer service guidelines, duties, right of a banker and a customer rights, grievance redressal, integrated ombudsman scheme that was introduced in 2021 by merging 3 different ombudsman schemes. Consumer Protection Act, preamble, extent, definition, the Right to Information Act. These 2 units are also lengthy because they are the act. Now, if you are studying an act, it's very obvious. It will be lengthy. So these are the 21 units we have in the module A. Now, the module may cover from 22 to 41 units. So it's not small. It's also a very big unit, 22 to 41 units. These are the unit numbers. Okay. So functions of bank. Functions regarding lending, types of borrowers, types of credit facility, appraisal and assessment of credit facilities, operational aspect of loan accounts, the types of collateral and the characteristics of the collateral, the different modes of charging security. Like you all have heard about mortgage, pledge, hypothecation, line. What are these? These are the collaterals. Then documentation regarding the loan and etc. Non-performing asset, stressed assets. NPA, you all know, NPA is a kind of a credit facility which bank provide to the customer, on which the customer is not repaying the principal and interest for a certain period of time, or a specific period of time. Now, important loans recovery related to the recovery of NPA, like Sarfasi Act is there, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code is there, Lok Adalat is there, Asset Reconstruction Companies are there, National Company Law Tribunal is there, Debt Recovery Tribunal is there, etc. All have to be covered. Contract of indemnity. This contract of indemnity we will be studying in the banker-customer relationship as well, because indemnifier and indemnity holder. This is a kind of relation which banker and customer have. Contracts of guarantee and bank guarantee, letter of credit. These two are non-fund-based credit facility that bank provide to the customer. Deferred payment guarantee in installment when you pay the money to the bank. Laws relating to bill finance, personal finance, priority sector advance. Very important chapter. The targets and sub-targets will be asked from here. Then agricultural finance. Finance to microfinance institution. Co-lending arrangement with the non-banking financial companies. Micro, small, medium enterprises in India. Government-sponsored scheme. Self-help group. These are the units. Now, again, it also have a lot of subtopics. Like in the government schemes, you do not have to study only 1 or 2 schemes. A lot of schemes are there which we have to cover. Okay. Now, these 2 units that we have, priority sector lending and the micro, small, medium enterprises. These 2 units you will find in the IE and IFS subject as well. So, PSL and MSME. This is a common between your PPB and IE/IFS. Obviously, the pattern of asking questions will be different in both subjects. But yes, the content you are studying matches for both the subjects. Okay. So these are the 41 units of Module B. Now, Module C is very small. You can see only 8 units are there. Banking technology. In October 2023, in a certain shift, what IIBF have started doing now, in a different shift, the different difficulty of language of questions have been asked. Let's say in the first and second shift, the paper was moderate. But in the third shift, it have been seen the paper was tough, difficult. It was difficult. It can be done in any shift. So the shift wise as well, the questions will be, the level of questions will be different. Now, in the third shift, in October 2023 paper, The maximum question was asked from the module number C. Maximum question. So people were saying it was not a PPB paper, it was a technical paper. Because maximum questions have been asked in the third shift from the banking technology only. So essentials of bank computerization, operational aspect of core banking solution environment, alternate delivery channel like the digital banking, data communication network, electronic fund transfer system, digital payment system, NPCI, impact of technology adoption and trends in the banking technology, security consideration and mitigation measures in the bank, operational aspect of cybercrime, fraud risk management in cyber tech, technology trends in banking, e-rupee, fintech, regtech, subtech, hashtag banking. So these are the topics totally about the technology which you guys are using in a bank. Hana, that makes it easy for the customer to interact with the banking sector, Hana, or to have a banking services or financial services. Now the module D, very small unit, very small module. So we have ethics in banks and financial institution, only 5 units are there. Very small units, within, I can say within 10 lectures, we can complete this. Okay. Now, ethics, business ethics and banking, an integrated perspective. Ethics at the individual level, ethical dimensions employ, work ethics and workplace, banking ethics, changing dynamics. So these are like, what is ethics? Every person have their own moral, their own principle, their own values. Let's say, for example, when you guys went to the college for the first time, or when I went to the college for the first time, we have seen ragging in the college. Hana? In some people eyes or in some people perspective, the ragging is good or not, we can say good, but yes, this is what it is going to happen. And you accepted that, yes, it happened with my brother or big sister. So ragging is okay for me. If someone is doing ragging in front of me, I will be okay with it. But the some people will be there who are not okay with it. They know that this is wrong and they will be doing a certain complaint to a certain head of the college or someone who is who have this responsibility or authority there or authorization there to deal with this kind of situation. So you are complaining to a certain person. So they have a different perspective. I have a different perspective, you have a different perspective, because we have a different morals, we have a different human values. The values we are collecting first from our house, from our family member, then from our school, from our college, from the persons we are working with. So we somehow keep getting the values. Human values depends on what kind of environment you are. So simply, when you are working in an organization, what kind of employees are working with you? Then what kind of rules, regulations, the code of conduct, the rule book of an organization, what they are saying. Accordingly, you have to work. And that's what this ethics teaches us. So ethics is simply, it tells us what should be morally right to do. What kind of situation you are facing, and in that situation, what will be the right thing to do for maximum people of the society. That's the right thing to do. So that's what ethically will be right. Will be taken as a right. So that's what you have to discuss. Like when you are working in a bank, as a bank employee, what is right for you to do and what is not right, that you have to answer there. This is what we're talking about in this unit. Okay. So these are the 4 modules of your PPB. Now, how to cover this? First of all, we have to start early. Why we are starting with the PPB? Because it have a huge syllabus. 55 units are there and we need a time to revise as well. It's not like after reading once in the class, you are totally prepared to answer the questions. No, you have to revise it. Otherwise, because of the lack of revision, you will get confused in the options which have been given in the paper. You will feel like A is correct, C is correct, D is correct. Which of the following is correct? You are confused between A and C option. So the revision is must. And because the syllabus is very vast, it will take a long time to cover the syllabus. Same, go with the revision. You will take more time to revise the content. So first is start early. So the starting date is today. From 20th of November, we are starting our syllabus. Okay. Second, know your syllabus. That I have told you about each and every unit module, the topic I have given you here. So know your syllabus, because without knowing the syllabus, how we will know what we have to study? Focus on conceptual understanding. So because I have told you, the maximum question will be seen from case study or statement-based question. They need a in-depth study of the topic. Just knowing what is the full form of CTS and what the CTS is doing is not sufficient. You have to know when the CTS was introduced. You have to know what are the advantages of CTS. You have to know what are the disadvantages of CTS. You have to know what objectives were there for introducing the CTS. Everything have to be covered. So conceptual understanding is very important and in detail. Not in a short form you are studying or you are checking the overview of the topic. That's not going to work. Conceptual understanding is required. Make proper schedule for revision. Now, there are certain mistakes which we do. The first mistake is, I will tell you here, the mistakes those bankers are doing who are not able to clear, one second, who are not able to clear the subject in the one go first. They try to mug up the concept. Don't do that. You do not have to do this mistake. If you try to mug up the concept, you can understand by yourself. Now, 55 minutes are there. How much you will try to do the mug up? How much you will remember out of that? Not going to possible. Second, they delay revision. Like you will feel like, yes, you will do revision in the last 2 months, in the last 1 month, in the last 15 days. And when the exam comes, you don't have time to revise. So make a day a revision day. Hana? You can make Sunday a revision day. Because you do not have to go to office, you will not have your paid classes, you will easily give more time for the revision. So whatever in a week we have studied, revise that all on Sunday. This should be done by all of you because this is very important. Be consistent in your preparation and have that dedication that you have to clear all the 4 subjects in the single attempt. Hana, if you are taking a certain kind of, you are not consistent, you won't be able to do that. So make Sunday as a revision day. Hana? So this is the delaying revision is the second mistake that they are doing. Third, not practicing properly. You are not doing practice properly. Now, if you are not practicing the questions, how it will impact your selection or how it will impact your result. So I have told you language was tricky. Hana? In October 2023, in the PPB paper, when we were taking analysis of the subject, bankers used to come on the YouTube live and they tells us that CTS have been asked, CBS have been asked, from the merchant banking 4 questions have been asked, from the CFT norms 2 questions have been asked, from, let's say for example, they are saying types of different customers, the 4 questions have been asked. So they were giving us the feedback of the paper. And we were feeling like, yes, it means all the students have been passed because we have covered all these things in our batches. We have taught each and every topic here in the class. We have done the practice in the revision batch of this particular topic in the form of questions. So we were very satisfied with the analysis that, yes, we have done everything. So people are passed. But some bankers were not able to pass the subject. Reason they were facing language was very tricky. And language was actually very tricky. What actually we have got the feedback from the bankers. Now, how to resolve this problem? This is the problem we know the bankers have faced. You guys also are going to face in the paper. Trust me. Now, what we have to do to resolve this issue, to improve this thing so that we don't have to face the problem, you have to practice. When you practice question in Adda 24/7, you will be getting a topic-wise test. It means if there are 55 units, you will be getting topic-wise test. 55 unit test will be available for you. Now, when you have those 55 units, then what happens? It's very obvious. Those 55 units will have, a single unit have 20 to 25 questions. And when you are practicing this question, you will get an idea. What language will be used? What pattern of question? Like I have told you 5 pattern of questions that can be seen in all the 4 subject of yours. But how they are asking that? How many statements are there in the statement-based question? In the case study questions, what kind of conditions they can create and what pattern of questions in the case study question can be seen? So these things will be only understood by you guys only. We are not able to help you out in the language in the paper because we are not going with you. We are here to guide you how to study and to make the concepts easy for you to understand. But if in the paper they are asking that concept, that is your responsibility to prepare yourself. And how you can do that? Simply by doing the maximum practice. So these are the 3 major mistakes which people are doing, which bankers are doing. Do not repeat these mistakes. Okay, so do proper revision, it's very important. And attempt the mock test. You have to do what? You have to attempt the mock test. So this should be the strategy. Now, how the Sankalp batch is going to help you out for the PPB subject. For IEIFS subject, I will let you know what we will be doing in the IEIFS subject. I will let you know. Right now, we are going to talk about only PPB. Acha, your IEIFS subject will start from 8th of December, right? From 8th of December, we will be having IEIFS classes started. Sure. Let's start what you will get in the Sankalp batch, or how in the Sankalp batch I will be covering your syllabus. Now, before going with that, I have told you that we have 2 ways to cover your PPB syllabus. The first way is that we will start from module A. First way is this, we will start from module A. After that, we will go to module B, then module C, then module D. This is the way. A, B, C, D. This is the sequence. Second is, first we will cover C, then we will cover D, then A, then B. There are 2, sorry, there are 2 sequences. Now, if we go with this sequence, what we need patience. If we are going, I will explain that individually. If we are going with the sequence, first we are covering A, then B, then C, then D. What we need patience. Because this A and B module are going to take minimum of 2 months. That's the minimum I am saying. It can be 3 months also. When we are covering C and D, 2 to 3 months I can write here. C and D will cover 1 month, 15 days max to max. The C and D module will take. Now, if we go with this sequence, we have to have a lot of patience. Because after starting the syllabus till the next 3 months, you will have a question with yourself and you will be asking questions to me also. We have not completed a single module, ma'am. We have started from last 2 months. And 3 months have been already covered, 3 months have been already left, and we have not completed the 2 modules even. So this kind of anxiety, this kind of stress you will have when you start from the module A and B. You will feel like we have not completed the single module in a 2 months period, because the first and 2 modules are very lengthy. I have showed you the units as well. That are only the topics you are reading. The subtopics are much more than that. So from 1 to 41 units, you have in module A and B. From 42 to 55 only, you have in the module C and D. So if you're doing a self-study even, so I will let you know what is required. If you are going with this particular sequence, you have to have a patience. If you don't have patience, because in that particular stress, you be very kind of like, you are having a lot of stress, so you stop understanding the concept, you are panicking in that situation. People start panicking because we have seen that in the classes. So this is the first. Second, you have sequence start with the C, then D, then A, and then B. Because from the C and D, if you start, you will be covering within 1.5 months. 1.5 months, you will be covering 2 modules. And you will be very relaxed then that, yes, I have completed 2 modules. And when you have completed 2 modules, you have completed the certain marks in your paper. Because in the PPB, a certain sequence of questions have been asked. And you will find in the PPB that module C will be asking, from the module C, 25 to 30 questions can be seen. It means 25 to 30 marks can be seen from the module C. If I talk about module D, 15 to 20 marks will be seen. Okay, so you have such kind of you will be relieved. Yes, I have completed 2 modules. Now only 2 modules are remaining. Then module A and B, they cover around 30 to 35 questions each. Okay, so then you can start from the module A and B. So these are the 2 sequence which we have option to cover. Now, after taking a lot of classes, what I have found beneficial for the bankers, the second one, start with the C, then D, then A and B is the right way to start preparation, because in this situation, you won't be panicking and you will be very relaxed and understanding the syllabus in the classes very easily. Hana, you won't have such kind of a stress. I have done nothing and the 2 months already completed. Hana? So that's why this sequence I will be taking in your classes. So I will write here what I will be doing in your classes. The first thing, the sequence I will be taking is C, D, modules. Modules I will be covering C, D, A, and B. This sequence I will follow. Okay, second. In the class, in the live class, we will be focusing totally on the concept. I will be covering concepts here. Okay. And after every class, when we completed the particular concept, in the end, we will be taking certain MCQ. It means certain practice we will be doing in the session. Let's say whatever content I have completed in today's session, I will have 5, 4 or 6 or 7, whatever type number of questions can be seen from that particular content. We will be having a practice of that in the end of the session. Then third, once we have completed the topic, once we have completed a topic, you will get a topic-wise test that is available on the application. So you have to give that topic test for once we have completed the topic. You have in the application, you will find the topic-wise test. You have to give the topic-wise test. And here, from here, you will find out whatever concept we have studied in the class, you are able to apply that concept or not. Now, you understood the concept of not. Next, when we complete module, 2 things will be done by me. The first thing, we will have a module test. Let's say module C have been completed after 20 days. We have started from tomorrow, and after 20 days, module C have been completed. So after 20 days, I will be having a module-wise test from whole module. Module C I will be taking in the class live. Like I am right now taking the class in the similar way. I will be having a module test. Okay. And the second thing, after completing a module, I will be providing you the summary sheet of the module. The summary sheet I will be providing module-wise, not a topic-wise. I will not be providing after each topic the summary sheet. I will be providing after module have been ended. Why? And this, don't think like it. I will not attend the conceptual classes. The summary sheet is sufficient. It is not. The summary sheet is only for quick revision. Okay, this summary sheet option I will be giving you in the PPB and IEIFS subject, because both subjects will be taken by me only. So this quick revision summary sheet will be available. Let's say you have a paper. Before the paper, in the last 3 or 4 days, you have to do the revision of whole syllabus, whole 45 units. How to do that in the 4 days? There, the quick revision will be available. Okay, from the help of summary sheet. So module, once one module have been completed, then these 2 things we will be doing. Next, fifth, you will get full length mock test that will be available on the application. After that, 6, you will get ebooks. All these are available in the Sankalp comprehensive batch. All these 6 benefits will be available. Now, in the future, when the exam will be closed, we will have a revision batches, power pack batches, maybe case study batches. So for that, if you want that also, after all these 6 points, you want a revision batch or whatever batch in the future, let's say at a 24/7 launch. If you want that, for enrolling in this also, you have to enroll in the Mahapack. In the Mahapack, everything is covered. Let's say you have purchased Mahapack today and it have a 1-year validity. So from today onwards, till 1 year, whatever batches, whatever ebook, whatever test series, whatever case study batch, whatever have been launched by the officers at 24/7, it will be automatically available in your account. So revision batch, if you want that, you have to enroll in the Mahapack. In the Sankalp batch, these 6 things will be available. Okay. And the summary sheet will be available for the PPB. I will be providing you and the IEIFS. Clear? So this is what we are going to do in the batch. Let me know, is there any doubt till now? Is there any doubt in your mind you have, or any issue, or any something you are facing, having in your mind, you can ask right now. If no such thing is there, do write all okay, or do write no so that I can continue. Okay, no doubts. So this is how we are going to cover the syllabus. And from tomorrow, we will be having the first demo class. It means we will be starting from the module C of your PPP. The first unit of module C we will be covering now. So those who are watching us on YouTube, if you haven't enrolled yet, I will let you know how to enroll and what are the batches. So this is the PPP class started from 20th of November. IEIFS, I have told you, starting with the 8th of December. These are the individual subject-wise batches. If you want a comprehensive batch, this is the batch you have to enroll. Today, AFM have been started by Niharika ma'am, and I have been started the PPP today. These 2 subjects have been started. On 8th, IEIFS and retail banking will be starting. Okay. Now, to enroll in any of 3 Sankalp batches, whether you are going for an individual batch or a comprehensive batch, you can use the code Y496. You will get 81% discount. And the 6 points I have told you, that will be available in the Sankalp batch. If you want everything on the offices at 24/7, you can go with the Mahapack. In the Mahapack, you will get everything. Right now, double validity and 81% discount. The same code will be applied, Y496. Okay. Now next. How to enroll? To enroll, you have to go to the Adda 24/7 application. Download the application from the Play Store. Go to the JAIIB, CIB section here, you can see. Then go to the May 2024. Click on the View All option. You will find the Mahapack. Double validity is available. The green color concept, that is the English medium batches. So AFM or individual subject batches are available. Every particular single subject is available. How to enroll? The process is same. Just click on the particular batch you want to enroll. Do check the offerings. Check the validity you want to enroll. Click on the buy now. Use the code Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you will get 80% discount here. If you want 1% additional discount, purchase from the Adda 24/7 application, you will get coins there. Use those coins to get 1% additional discount. So on this amount, you will get 1% more discount. So this is how you have to enroll. And right now you can see 1 year validity is there because double validity is going on with the 81% discount. So this is how you have to enroll. Apart from that, tomorrow we will be having the first demo class, module C, unit number 1, we will be discussing bank computerization from tomorrow. The same time will be there, 8 to 9 a.m. PM. The timing will be same, 8 to 9 PM. Okay. And AFM is going on in the morning. Clear? So this is how you can enroll in the batch. And if you have any doubt every day in the end of the session, 5 to 10 minutes, I will be giving you all so that you can ask your question. You can ask your query on the Telegram channel as well. By searching the name Amanjot Kaur, you can find my Telegram channel. If, let's say, in the class, you are watching recording and you are not able to take the live classes, you can ask your query on the Telegram. I keep checking the queries there and answer them. Okay. So you can join that as well and ask query there. Apart from that, from tomorrow, we will be starting our syllabus. Module C, unit number 1 of module C we will be covering. Okay. At the same time, and the same demo session will be available on YouTube as well for tomorrow only. After that, it will be available only for paid students. Okay. So that's all for today. Right. So let's end the session here. See you all tomorrow at the same time. And if you want to join the YT sessions now, in the morning, 7:30 a.m. In the morning, 7:30 a.m. we are having YouTube sessions on offices at 24/7. So you can join that also. Okay. Chaliye. So see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for joining the session. Good night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.